So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of damage control because in the last race with Zenrot, he and I raced against this event and we kind of lost. And I had people saying, hey, TEQ isn't good enough, or, you know, you guys are losing with TEQ and all these OP cards and I can beat it with just one card or something crazy, some outlandish stuff because people don't understand the nature of races. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and beat this event with this team, this TEQ team, and I'll explain a little bit as to what happened in that race there in the meantime. So without further ado, we're going to get started. I'm going to give Vegito those. Goku, I'm going to go ahead and use a Whis here because the Bardock, I can't lie, the Bardock does hit really freaking hard. And a huge problem with TEQ is that they don't have a true tank. And, you know, when it comes to races, right, you know, because I could have ran and I would have run, you know, a villain unit like Tech Frieza, right, in certain scenarios where I need to be sure that I can tank. And you may think that this is a viable opponent for that. You can honestly just beat him by out-damaging him, and I'm going to show you that in this video. And when it comes to races, they're not about defense. They're not about defense or things like that. They're about damage per second and, you know, damage output. That's what it all comes down to, and that's why when those races we didn't do that. And when you're moving like that, you're not really worried about the opponent. You're just trying to make sure that you can basically outspeed the guy that you're racing. So it gets a little bit inconsistent. Now, in this video, it'll be a little bit easier for me to make sure that, you know, I focus on what I need to focus on, obviously, because I don't have somebody I'm racing against. And that's a big factor when it comes to races because sometimes we mess up rotations. I know that I went on a couple race losing streaks. I didn't lose those all in one day. I kind of just uploaded them that way because I wanted to have a DFree loses day, a DFree L day, because, you know, I got kind of tired of people saying, like, I can't be beaten or things like that. And then people blow out of proportion the missing files because, you know, Dino said one time in a video that, hey, we lost the files for this or that. We lost the files for a race that we went against Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken with AGL teams. I took a double Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken team, and it was really bad. At the time, there was not enough support for that. I didn't have Super Saiyan God. Like, there was no real support for that. I could never super, and we lost the file for that. And it's only happened twice. And the other time, Rhymestyle lost the footage himself. I feel like people were taking that out of proportion. They felt like maybe, you know, I was trying to, like, not lose anything, and that wasn't really the case. So I honestly just wanted to get to a position where I finally lose a race on camera, and Talon was able to do that, which I'm going to have some stuff cooking for Talon because I kind of took the B team. I'm going to go full out against him next time. He came out of nowhere with a sneak victory at the end, and I'm going to have to race him again. But, you know, Zen and I had a really fun race on this event, and we wound up both losing, and I wanted to kind of make sure that people understood. While TEQ is probably, honestly, the worst of the mono teams at this point because they're missing some units. They do have some holes. I did do a video talking about that. You know, they're not bad to a point where they can't beat this event. They can beat any event in the game. Who's not going to super? The Goku at the end isn't going to super. Well, if I heal, that'll go away, so I'm actually going to heal. I don't really too much care. I do want the super. I'm going to allow Trunks to attack him. Trunks' passive is not active. This is one of those rare situations where Trunks doesn't get his passive because there's too many enemies. But yeah, just understand the nature of the races is not really that, and that's why in my loss streak I kind of have been botching rotations because in my race with Talon, you know, a lot of you guys pointed out I kept floating the Vegeta, so when it came time to need him, I didn't have him in Super Saiyan 4, and I was floating Super Vegeta sometimes, Super Vegito, excuse me, and then in my race with Zenrot, I was floating in the third slot the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so when it came time to need him at the end of the race, I got to turn without Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and that really screwed me over. So it just kind of comes down to that. I just want to make sure people understand that. So anyways, Bardock is sealed, or Mass Saiyan is sealed, and Gotenks actually will not super this rotation, but I can take that away, of course. That's kind of a really annoying gimmick. One thing that is annoying on this turn, though, is that I have Gotenks in the middle and Vegito on the right, because Vegito has that fused fighter link. But it doesn't matter to me because I should still kill Saiyan this turn, I'm hoping, at least. This Goku can output enough damage. He did get a few Rainbow Orbs. The problem with the Rainbow Orb gimmick on him is that he caps at getting 100% up because he can only get a maximum of 5 Rainbows, and they each give him 20% more attack. So he can cap out at 200%, but, you know, that's kind of inconsistent. Damn, Gotenks. Girl. I'm going to float this Goku real quick. I don't care. Ooh, I'm going to show off my Trunks. Come on, Trunks. You haven't had a chance to really shine. And Bardock can finish him off. I actually maxed out my Bardock. You know, I max out a lot of these units, but not always with Kai's. Like this Trunks, you can farm him with the... Actually, it's currently on Global and on JP, I believe. That History of Trunks event, if you farm that Intelligence Trunks, you get him to Super Saiyan, he can be used to farm Rage Trunks' super attack. This Tech one and the Intelligence one. The really good Tech or Intelligence one. And, you know, with Bardock, you know, that SR AGL Bardock is really common. He can be used for all these Bardock super attacks. Okay, now we're on to the big kahuna, the final round. And the guy I don't really too much care about is Super Saiyan 2 Angel. He's not super attacking. But yeah, I feel like I kind of explained most of what I wanted to explain. And Tech really doesn't have a good tank. I'm not going to go out of my way to run a villain on the team. I'm not going to run Frieza. I'm not going to run Perfect Cell. I'm not going to do all that because I value 3 key and 120% a lot more than 50% in 1 key. I'm just sorry. And... Ooh, girl, he got the stun. Goku got the stun. That is the most clutch thing ever. When Goku gets the stun, it's lit. His stun rate is like 20%. You guys will be seeing a video where I talk about, or not really I talk about, I show off a stunning team probably later on today, full stun team. I do have a Bardock friend, I believe, because I couldn't find a stun friend, but, you know, it still gets the job done. Are you still stunned? You are still stunned. Okay, he has a 2-turn stun. I didn't know that. Regardless... Let me go ahead and not break my formation here, even if it means that I could have got a buffer or attack. I really want to save those rainbows there for Goku. I can go ahead and seal this guy. That's nice. And Vegito, I honestly don't care if you super attack, so I will not give you a super attack. He is stunned. He'll get sealed. That's perfect. Trunks will get the super off. And a crit. I love my Trunks so much. People were saying you should probably drop him or whatever. I love my Trunks so much. And Bardock hits so much harder now than he used to. Who's Goku's better? Mine or the friend? I think the friend has doubles and a higher crit chance, so I'll actually leave the friend there. He got 4 rainbows. Yeah, because they can't... You see how the blues are bursting on the left? Those are... When you don't click on him, it's still going to pop those. Rainbows can't do that. So you can only get a max of 5 vertical. So right now he's getting 4. He's getting a 80% increase, so he's going to be really strong after this. He's sealed. I don't really have too much to worry about. But at the same time, the guy still hits for freaking, I don't know how much HP. I'm going to heal. Gotenks is screwed because he's smack dab in the middle. He's screwed, but his defensive lowering may help this second Goku a little bit as far as damage output. I mean, lowering defense isn't really the most viable thing. And god damn, this guy hits hard. But yeah, Tech's defense at this point, until they get that other unit, which I do suspect they'll have. I talked about it in my video where I'm building a Mono TEQ team. Their defensive mechanism is items. You have to rely on items, which isn't a bad thing at all. You have to rely on items. But, yeah, Tech can beat the event. If we're actually trying to beat the event, we can. Zen and I were just messing around heavily, and it wound up being a very fun video. And on my STR race, shouldn't have brought Beerus or Super Saiyan God. I don't normally run them on my rotation either. Super Saiyan God and Beerus kind of screwed me. But I'm telling you, I'm going to get my streak back going, and I'm going to start off by probably picking apart Talon. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then Zen will be on my hit list too soon. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video nonetheless. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. As always, it's totally a pleasure to have you guys around. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as far as Mono TEQ goes. Like I said, they're all offense at this point. You can infuse some villains if you want to. I personally don't want to. That final slot at this point, I'm giving it to Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku because he's self-sufficient and has fierce battle, so he's pretty solid for that last slot for the time being. But I expect the max level Tech banner to come out and have a unit that could probably take that slot from him. But have an awesome day. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next video later today. You should see, like I said, the stunning video. Peace out, guys.